This is a rally for the legends.
You know, it takes us 2 years to organize the safari. It's a lot of work. We have to go through the route about 7 or 8 times. When I started rallying in the early 70s, 72 was my first safari, the whole country stopped for the safari rally. These were the old days of the real safari rally, as we call it. It used to be really wet in those days. It was over Easter. But the most important thing was the rally belonged to the people. This is an event that is synonymous with Kenya.
Ready when you are, Richard.
Welcome to Vipingo Ridge, our base for the 2022 Safari Rally. This is where we unload, live, shake down, get ready for this crazy event that we're about to go on. Spare engine. We had a team come out a couple of weeks ago, take everything from the port, unload, set up.
We want to beat the Porsches, every single Porsche. We want to beat the Rover. We just want to beat
the Rojo.
The Rojo as well, yeah.
So it's taking the ground position at the end of this rally, genuinely.
Yeah.
We want to be in the number one.
So this is where it all happened, and this is one of the TRs that we'll be doing the classic in, my dad's car. Final preps going on with this one, and I'll show you ours up there. So it's basically a TR7 V8, it's tiny, good old British engineering, Range Rover engine, sort of Land Rover gearbox. Basically we came up with an idea, everyone thought we were nuts, but having the smallest car possible with the biggest engine possible in it, sort of like a V8. And this is what we came up with. To beat the ultimate machines out there, the Porsches, who have unlimited budgets, you have to take risks and drive harder and try and keep up with them. I love doing well and I love winning. I think my competitive edge is my navigator. He's extremely competitive. And my mechanic, he's extremely competitive. I always get bitched at or told off when I'm not doing as I should be. But yeah, everyone who's in motorsport loves doing well, so I would say that competitive edge is there. There are some phenomenal drivers coming to do this event in phenomenal machines. Whether we'll be able to beat them is a different story, but you've got the Ken blocks. Ken is an awesome driver. I think it'll take him time to adapt, and I don't know if
On your first attempt at this rally, you will understand what speed you should be driving. And so it'll be very difficult for him, I feel, to win. I do go in it with the aim to win. I know it's a difficult ask in the cars that we have, but I do know that they can do it. The elements out there, that's the beauty about this country, is the elements change within seconds, within hours. So that's why this event will be really good, because there's 15, if not 20 people that can win this event. And that is hard to find in motorsport around the world. The only issue is that all these top boys are in Porsches. You know what I think about Porsche drivers.
Over the years, I was fortunate enough to drive a variety of very special and very fast cars and bikes. I want to understand all of them. That memory, it stays with me forever. How they feel, how they sound, how they look. For me, it's an experience that I treasure.
Earwigging. Yeah. He needs to know the true story. Ken, there is not one driver in Europe in the last 2 years who's done more events than this one.
What's the first thing that you were thinking when you were signing up to do it again?
Actually, I was the one who brought her here. I said, look, I know this event, it's the greatest experience in the world you can do in a car. Come, let's enjoy this, let's have fun. We're wearing the #1 plate on the car now, so we did good, not expecting it, so we won the rally. So it's big pressure to come back.
It was a great adventure last time, and I didn't know what to expect, and I came here and said, let's see what happens.
The thing is, like, the stress does build up. It's a really long event. You're like 9 days, and you know, you get closer to the finish and closer to the finish, so the expectations get higher and higher. And when you win, it's like a lot of weight falls off your shoulders. You know, it's like amazing also to come back again and get another chance, even though we're not expecting to carry the #1 on, because there's even bigger competition this year.
But you really had tears in your eyes when we won.
Okay, I was crying, I admit it, I was crying. We are partners, we're together, we're not married, but we've been together now for 5 years, and we survived the first safari. But we have one rule, and that is really important. You leave what happens in the car, in the car.
Well, I think rallying is actually one of the most unique motorsports in the world because of the fact that we have a co-driver, so it's a team effort. The work that we do together is very key to not only getting down the stage fast, but also dealing with issues. You know, we both have to work and have our expertise in certain areas and be able to repair and deal with issues that are really quite unusual. Hold on. Casual interview here in Kenya with zebras. Seems to be the theme there.
Ken is really mellow and great to work with. I mean, there is a reason why we've been together in a car for 17 years. So it's 17 years in rally terms, it's like 100 years. Ken Ken and I, we're not best mates. You know, we have a massive respect for each other. We're good mates, you know, but outside of the car, we don't spend a lot of time together just because, you know, you come to an event like this and you're for 2 weeks together, you know, so at the end of the event, we can't wait to go separate ways, you know, and then, you know, it starts all over again.
It was late 70s, early 80s when the East African Classic Rally was running around the entire country. And I remember at the time the cars were passing near our home. And the names that we remember then were Joginder Singh, Sheikh Hameta, John Wandagad, and we wanted to be like them.
He's not concentrating on this corner.
I actually first met Eric through somebody I was sharing a garage with. His car was being repaired, and we just got casual talking about rally. Then one day he told me he wants to rally, and we're like, okay, yeah, it's possible, it can be done. So he went and bought a car. It was a Discovery. I told him there's an event this weekend. He told me, no, I'm not ready. I told him, no. It's off-road tires. Fitted them on the car and told him, let's go.
Let me tell you about our team. Besides our spouses and our children, who are very much part of the team, the rest of the team is actually a team of volunteers. They are passionate about motorsports, they are enthusiasts, and we started off with most of them as spectators. So when it came to my time to say that I'm now getting into the sport, it is the same family that came together to support. I actually want to be a good example to the upcoming young drivers. Many of them have come up to us and asked us how can they get into this, and we want to show them the possibilities. But we can only show them the possibilities if we have done it ourselves and we have done it well.
It is home now for them as they return for the Classic.
I have a totally different life at work, and I work in Hong Kong for my family. We do a huge amount of different things, from electricity generation to investing. There I'm, in a suit and a little bit more formal, quite a bit more formal. But the reality is, I can do both things, and I very much like coming out here and, shorts and a t-shirt and being a bit muddy and just having the ability to get in a car and be part of the team and part of the gang and not have to make decisions on what's happening on an hour-by-hour basis. So that is hugely relaxing. And in a scenario like this, where everything is kind of ordained, it's very nice, but you still have that element of control, because in the car, you're the one holding the wheel. And I think having done this once before, that's going to be a big advantage for me. Chris and Nikki, it's going to take some effort to beat them. People like Patrick and Ken, who are really, really terrific drivers and have a lot of experience in a lot of different conditions, they're going to do well, but I still think it's a lot to learn. local drivers, Flash Tundo for one, who is, I think, a local legend here, and I expect him to be right up at the top. I'm going to take it a little bit easier this time, not try and run it like a sprint rally, and see where I am at the end of day 1, day 2, and start putting pressure on day 3, day 4. Go into the break, relax, and then see where we are. I want to beat my position last time. I want to be top 3. I missed the podium by 2 minutes at the end of 9 days.
Porsches, and people have paid an enormous amount of money to drive them.
9,000 or 10,000 euros a day.
If you hire a Total Porsche, I think roughly, I mean, we don't believe that's what we've paid, but it's quite a lot of money.
Actually, Linda, they're nearly as good as our service. They're nearly as good.
Can we swap?
Are you talking about husbands or?
No, cars.
Now I've got to get out of this thing. I wish I was 20 years younger, 30 years younger.
I'll tell you a little story. I used to work up in the area where Linda used to live, and Linda had this little car, this home-built thing, and she was 16, and she said, "Hey, come on, jump in, let's go for a spin." So I thought, yeah, this is really good. I really enjoyed it, and I thought, oh, yeah, this girl should be doing more than that. Anyway, a few years later, she did the safari and did really well. And in 1982, January, we got together. So that's 40 years ago. We've been together quite a long time, haven't we? How have you put up with me? The last time I navigated for Linda in a rally was 32 years ago.
And it was the only time I nearly won. Sorry.
It's Ken Block answer.
You better ask Ken Block for some driving lessons.
No. In 2019 March, I had a bit of a lump on my head, and
it was diagnosed as a single-cell plasmacytoma, which is a cancerous tumour. So that was the beginning of a 3-year journey that we've all been through, and he's been the most incredible person because, like you said, he has a very positive attitude. I hope us doing this rally will inspire other people that when you're given a diagnosis and told, that doesn't look good, don't believe a word of it. You just get on and live your life, and that's what he's doing. Just
still be strong and do things that you want to do. You go through some pretty taxing moments. Am I going to make it through this? Am I going to wake up in the morning? You have a sort of a full night operation, and you think, and all the family come and give you support, and you think, right, I'm ready for this. I'm going to do it. My fight is for everybody, and our fight is for everybody, and to be positive and tell people you must be strong. You've got to be strong, to keep yourself going and to keep your family going, and it's all working out well, and I'm very happy. I love life.
I think I will overtake them many times during the rally. All right, it's going well or not? Did I show in the camera? Such a lit fellow. Hey, Jean Pilote, Jean Pilote. Come here, my co-driver. It's my co-driver.
Hello.
He can fit in the camera as well, in the film.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
Thanks, and you? Oh, good, thank you.
He's from the south of Portugal.
Oh.
You know, they don't work down there. It's only in the north. That's why he's
So
here.
what do they do?
They take the money from the north, from the guys that work, which is pretty stupid, you know. We work, they have fun. We came here because we would love to do the safari rally with a 4L, the Renault, because it's the 60th year of the car, so we are kind of celebrating the anniversary of the car. And we came to the safari rally because we knew it was an extreme situation for such a old car, but such a nice reliability condition in the car.
Does your car have a name?
My car is a Zebra. You didn't realize it yet. It's called Zebra. It's a Renault Zebra. Jokes apart, the car is 60 years old. This car is like 200,000 kilometers old.
Pedro, what do you think?
They won't have a chance. No way. I can see a more reliable car than this one. Reliability is about everything. So I think I will overtake them many times during the rally.
Morning, and welcome to day one of the Safari Classic. It was really tough. We pushed really, really hard.